So I saw something super duper extra special comical on the news, and I kind of want to share my thoughts on discrediting this solving crimes methodology or tool that they're discussing. Check it out first.
Welcome back here at 10. Last hour, we told you how CBI helps solve cases every year by matching guns and bullets to crimes.
Possible to find answers without weapons.
Just in 2022, firearms and toolmark examiners like Madison Fisher completed 2,120 cases. In those, nearly 6,000 firearms, bullets, and items to analyze.
My eyes just see it, and then sometimes I'm working on stuff for days.
Piecing together the puzzle, having a gun, a cartridge, a bullet changes the level of difficulty.
A lot of the times, all we get are fragments.
And when there's no gun, there's still a way.
We do have a GRC, which is the General Rifling Characteristic Database. And what we do is we'll take land and groove measurements. So we will measure this area here and this area here, and we throw that into the database. It'll spit back makes, models of firearms to potentially be on the lookout for.
Groups of guns leaving specific marks on the bullets that leave their chambers and barrels.
So I can tell you that specifically this one's a Glock. I just know from the elliptical firing pin impression. And this one, I would say is probably a Smith & Wesson or a Springfield.
Tools turning microscopic scratches into major answers.
You're just like, oh, there it is. Like, yeah, those are the ones that like you have to fight for.
The first casing this forensic person is showing, she's pretty convinced it's a Glock firing pin. I have 2 Glocks. I've shot Glocks for many years, and I do inspect my brass for many reasons. Overpressurization, broken firing pin, light primer strike, anything. I'm inspecting my brass, and I do know what the primer strike looks like of the firing pin of a Glock. Now, unless that image is cutting out half of the primer strike where it's just showing half of it, doesn't look like a Glock primer strike to me. Maybe half of it does. This equipment or software they're using, it lets you know generally what kind of firearm was used. So again, not claiming to be a lawyer, but having a criminal justice background, knowing generally how the penal law works and then how the criminal procedure law is supposed to work, you still need a murder weapon for starters. Second, this whole methodology they're talking about, generally what firearm to look for, is going to raise doubt. They're saying this tool or methodology lets you generally know what kind of firearm to look for. Okay, so you're gonna pull someone over. Oh my God, you have a Glock. We think a Glock was used in a crime. Come with us. You're under arrest. No, it's not how this works. Let's talk about something else. Now, I'm not gonna mention company names, but you can obtain legally aftermarket barrels that maybe support the chamber a little more than the standard stock barrel. So what's to stop someone from committing a crime with one barrel and then swapping it out for another barrel? Going to raise doubt. Here's another one. This is a shotgun. Very deadly, very powerful. I'm not gonna look down the barrel or anything like that. That would be foolish, but my experience with shotguns, the shot's barrel does not have any rifling in it. You can shoot slugs through a smooth cylinder bore barrel. Guess what? No lands and grooves, no ballistics. Anyone else who knows a good enough amount about the law and firearms, let me know what you think. If you were a juror, would this methodology remove all reasonable doubt, or would it give you a lot more reasonable doubt? At the end of the day, you still need a murder suspect and a murder weapon. You can't just solve a crime by saying it's highly likely a Glock was used. How does that even help your crime? How does this even help your investigation? Anyway, I wanted to share that with you all. Let me know what you all think. These people, Jesus Christ.